This video is all about film characters that we're supposed to like, but actually if you dig a little bit deeper, you soon realise they are awful people. Now, some of the characters on this list, I feel strongly about them being absolute dicks. There's others where I'm being maybe a bit tongue-in-cheek, but what is important to remember is that this list is subjective, it's my personal opinion, that doesn't make it fact. There's going to be some I'm sure you'll agree with, and many you'll probably disagree. And that's fine. Let me know in the comments below. Now, the reason I wanted to make this video is because recently I was watching the film Love Actually. In the film, we see those characters Juliet and Peter, the ones that are getting married. Now, Peter's best friend Mark, he is chosen to be the wedding photographer. So what does he do? Like an absolute creep, he films his best mate's missus only. Not only that, but Mark also turns up at their house to declare his undying love for Juliet behind his best mate's back, like an absolute douche. And you may be thinking, oh shush Clarky, it's romantic. Is it? Okay, put yourself in that situation and it's your best mate hitting on your partner behind your back. Suddenly, it's not so romantic. Now, next up on my list is Beast from Beauty and the Beast. I just want to Google the term for a moment, Stockholm Syndrome. Okay? Feelings of trust or affection felt in many cases of kidnapping or hostage taking by a victim towards a captor. Sound familiar? The Beast is straight up abusive to Belle while she's held captive. He denies her food at the beginning, he smashes up stuff around her. Come on, she must have been terrified.
Then go ahead and starve! If she doesn't eat with me, then she doesn't eat at all.
But it's okay, because ultimately she falls in love with the Beast. Or another way to put it, she has a severe case of Stockholm Syndrome. Next up, Iron Man. And I know what you're thinking, don't do it Clarky. Do not tarnish the reputation of a deceased hero. Spoiler alert. But hear me out. Iron Man is a loose cannon. And yes, I know that is part of his charm. But there's times where he takes it too far. And actually by doing so, he puts many people's lives in danger. Take for example in Iron Man 3. Remember that scene where Tony threatens the Mandarin on TV and he even gives out his address. Now maybe don't do that when you're not home, but your missus is all alone. Now Pepper, she does survive the attack, but barely. This is a great example of a red flag. If any man puts you through that much danger intentionally, you should probably leave them. I mean, come on, rockets were sent to the house. What did you expect to happen, Tony?
And on the off chance you're a man, here's my home address. 10880 Malibu Point, 90265.
You almost killed your girlfriend. And it turns out the rest of the Avengers, they're just as bad. In Avengers 2, the gang, they hide out in Hawkeye's home. Now this is where they discover that Hawkeye is a family man. At this point, you might think the Avengers would be like, Hawkeye, we're sorry, we didn't realise you had a kid, we'll go hide somewhere else. No. With all their money, all their contacts, that family home apparently is the best place to hide out. You are literally putting the family's lives in danger. But as I said before, this isn't Iron Man's first time. He doesn't care.
Honey, I missed you. How's little Natasha?
She's Nathaniel.
Traitor.
Next up on my list is Jenny from Forrest Gump. Now, I actually feel sorry for anyone called Jenny because you just know at least once a week someone is saying to them, hello, Jenny. Terrible impression, so sorry about that. But yeah, it doesn't help that this particular Jenny is an awful person. She refuses to accept any help from Forrest. She scolds him for caring about her. She's condescending towards him, claiming that he doesn't even know what love is. What else is there? She keeps rebuilding a bond with him before running a mile. And the worst thing is that she waits 3 years to tell Forrest that he's a father. That's 3 years that he could have bonded with a son that he didn't even know about. Jenny, absolute shame on you. Now, next up on my list is Grandpa Joe from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Yes, in this video, I am even going after the elderly. Hear me out. At the start of the movie, Grandpa Joe, he is bedridden. Apparently, he's been that way for 20 years. He even says himself that he is incapable of working, thus leaving his poor family to live in utter poverty. Well, most of the family are living in poverty. Grandpa Joe, he somehow finds the money for cigarettes. Poor Grandpa Joe, he can't work, he can't even help around the house. Or can he? Because the moment Charlie comes home with that golden ticket to a better life, he is out the bed, dancing around like a regular Gene Kelly. He's singing, he's dancing, he looks in pretty good health to me. And what about Miss Doubtfire? The character, not the actor, remember, I'm not going after that legend. But the film Miss Doubtfire, I absolutely love it. I saw it so many times growing up as a kid. But again, dig a little bit deeper. Let's just say you've got a friend who tells you that their ex-husband had been sneaking over to the house dressed as a woman, fooling the entire family. You would say to that friend, you need to call the police. That is creepy, but I don't know. There's something about Robin Williams that, just adds some charm to it, I guess. Makes it less creepy. But there you go. That is my list. Do you agree with the characters I have put on the list? Either way, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And which characters would you have added to the list? Now, there's actually loads more I can think of, so I very well could do a part 2, and if you do want to see that, please leave a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed this video, and I'll work on that pretty soon. Thank you for watching, I bloody love you, see you next time.